Have you ever met someone who, without saying a word, made you feel calm, safe, and inspired? Have you ever wondered whether you might carry a hidden light within yourself, just waiting to be uncovered? Welcome back to our channel. I'm truly honored to have you here with me today. If you've ever been curious about what it truly means to possess spiritual radiance, or if you've ever heard the phrase Buddha's light and wondered what it really implies, then you're in the right place. Because today, we're not just talking about mysticism or abstract energy. We're diving into something real, something observable, something ancient yet more relevant than ever. We're exploring what it means to radiate the light of the Buddha and how that light moves through the world, often unnoticed, in the form of the people who walk right past us. There's a saying in Buddhism: the true Buddha does not dwell in statues. He walks among us, unseen, in the hearts of the awakened. But how can you tell? Let's begin with this. The light of the Buddha is not visible like the glow of a candle. It's not the aura you see in fantasy illustrations or sacred paintings. It's not a magical phenomenon reserved only for saints and sages. The light of the Buddha is a presence, the frequency of consciousness that illuminates without blinding, that warms without burning, that invites without demanding. It is the silent compassion as of a stranger. It is the calm in the storm of someone else's crisis. It is the smile that says, "I see your pain, and I love you anyway." Have you ever met someone like that? Someone whose very being seemed to make your burdens feel lighter, your confusion less threatening, your path a little more visible? Maybe you met them in passing, the teacher, a neighbor, a traveler on the same train. Maybe you didn't even exchange names, but for a brief moment, you felt safe, you felt seen, you felt something beyond words. That was the Buddha's light. And here's the most beautiful truth: that light is not limited to a chosen few. It is not reserved for monks or nuns or spiritual celebrities. It is within you, now. The question is not whether you have it. The question is whether you're allowing it to shine. You see, in the Buddhist tradition, the Buddha is not just one historical figure who lived 2,500 years ago. The Buddha is a state of awakened mind, a presence that dwells in all beings. When someone lives from that space of wisdom, compassion, and fearlessness, they become a vessel of that light. They don't need to preach, they don't need to convert, they simply radiate. Let me share a story. There was once an elderly janitor at a monastery. He never gave teachings, never led ceremonies, and barely spoke unless spoken to. Most people ignored him. But one day, a young monk was struggling with doubt. He couldn't concentrate, his thoughts raced. He considered leaving. As he sat alone under a tree, the janitor walked by and gently placed a cup of tea next to him. No words, just a quiet gesture. The monk looked into the man's eyes and saw something that silenced all his inner noise: peace, depth, clarity. He later said, "That one look from him taught me more than years of scriptures." That is the power of unseen light. So what makes someone carry that light? It's not about how much scripture they've memorized. It's not about how many hours they meditate. It's not about how many retreats they've attended. It's about how they live. People who carry Buddha's light share certain qualities, not because they try to, but because their inner being naturally radiates them. They listen more than they speak. They respond rather than react. They offer without expecting. They speak truth without harshness. They hold space for others without trying to fix or control. They don't need to be right, They don't seek attention. They don't dwell on resentment. They are simply present. Their presence is their teaching. But here's the part that matters most. You can become that person. You don't have to wait until you're enlightened. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to renounce everything and live in a cave. You just have to begin living from your center, from the quiet place within that sees all beings as worthy of love. Start small. When someone speaks, really listen. When anger rises, observe it instead of feeding it. When pain visits you, welcome it like a guest instead of resisting it. When joy rises, share it. These simple actions, your light begins to shine. And the more you live from that place, the more visible it becomes, not in the eyes, but in the heart. People feel it. You may find that strangers open up to you, that children are drawn to you, that animals trust you, that people say, "I don't know why, but I feel calm around you." That's not a coincidence. That's Buddha's light. Let me tell you another story. Woman I met on retreat once told me he never felt special. He wasn't spiritual, he said. He didn't chant. He didn't meditate. He just tried to be kind to people. But when her sister was dying, it was this woman who brought peace into the room. Not the doctors, not the priest, not the psychologist. Her presence, the quiet touch, the warm, tearful smile, that was what her sister needed in her final moments. After the funeral, people kept telling her, "You have something. I don't know what it is, but it helped me." You looked confused and said, "I don't have anything. I just loved her." Exactly. Act love. Act humble, grounded, loved. That's the light. So don't underestimate yourself. You may not see your own glow, but others do. And if you want that light to grow, tend to it. Eat it with truth. Eat it in silence. Guard it from ego and comparison. Let it be soft. Let it be steady. Let it be yours. The world needs more people who don't just talk about compassion but radiate it. The world needs more people who don't seek to shine, but simply glow. You are already enough. You are already luminous. Now it's time to live like it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this message spoke to your heart, please let us know in the comments below. Have you ever encountered someone who radiated Buddha's light? Have you ever felt a quiet strength inside yourself during hard times? Share your experience. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and become a member if you wish to support us in spreading messages of peace, presence, and light to the world. Until we meet again, may your path be radiant, your presence be healing, and your heart shine with the timeless light of the Buddha.